morning, folks. Jason Kennel with Concrete Floor Solutions. It's been quite a while since we did a video. We've been extremely busy with our online store, and we sold all of our equipment to River City, who now moved to Virginia. But we've been very busy in the store, and I don't even have equipment to do a video of me doing anything. So anyway, I figured I'd do this video. We have a new product that we're launching, and I'm going to use it in my driveway to show you how it works. It's a very unique product because it's an asphalt patch material. Normally we do with epoxies and concrete repair materials. We have an epoxy now. It's actually a high solvent epoxy that we mix with sand that melts the surface of the asphalt, kind of reactivates the tar, and bonds to the tar in your driveway. So now instead of those cold patch kits that you get from a big box store that's always like kind of wet and gooey, they never get hard. This will get hard and you can drive on. It's going to get as hard as concrete because it's an epoxy mix that you mix with sand. It's black. It's a very permanent repair. It's very unique, and I'm going to show you how to do this. But first, I'm going to show you the repair area, and I do have to do some prep work. All right, so what this is a transition in my driveway leading up to my house here. And I have a snowplow, so this is going to catch the snowplow. So there was some loose stuff here. I just chipped that out. That was easy enough. I used one of those landscape, what do they call them? Like a landscape bar with a chisel end, and I just got right under this. It popped right off. So this is what we're doing right here. But I want to pressure wash this because you can see there's dirt in here. A lot of times you can just use a wire brush because you just want to get something fairly clean like that. The epoxy that you mix this with is real thin, so it's going to soak in. So I'm just going to get my pressure washer, pressure wash this, and I'm not going to patch it today because I need to let this dry first.
The prep work can't get any easier than simply pressure washing the surface to remove any remaining dust or film that was left on there.
All right, so now I got done pressure washing. I'm just going to show you what I have here. It's still wet, so I just need to let this dry out. I'm probably going to do it either later this afternoon or tomorrow, but I'll show you what I have, and then I'll show you the material. All right, hopefully this camera doesn't fall over while I do this. I'm just looking to make a straight line here so it's a little bit more consistent looking. God, you ever try to rip Gorilla Tape? My God. Well, the old tar line obviously does not match up with this. I'm just looking to get a straight line so it looks somewhat straight. I can't even tape this top edge because it's jagged, so we're just going to leave that as is, and you'll see when I pull the tape. At least the front edge will be nice and straight for my snowplow. I have two kits with me. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you how to mix this material. What we are going to do is take the epoxy out. Pour it in another bucket. So here's the part A and B. Part B is black. Part A is clear. We're going to pour the entire contents into the bucket. Now, Okay, I'm going to mix the epoxy first. Always mix the epoxy first. Now, something interesting, look at how my paddle is spinning. I'm actually spinning it backwards. And I'm doing that so when I throw the sand in here, this is going to want to act like an auger and pull itself into the sand. It's very important that you mix this thoroughly first. Make sure you get your edges. I always go around in the circle. Make sure you get the bottom good. Just get everything mixed thoroughly. All right, now I'm going to pour approximately half of the sand in. This will mix easy, and then the other half I'll just pour on top. So we'll just mix this in. See, now this is pulling my mixer down into the bucket. Now what commonly happens if you don't do this is you pour all the sand in, you mix it up, and you dump it out in the driveway, and then you realize there's a big dry clump of sand. So now the bottom is mixed well. Now I'm just going to pour that in, mix everything up, and then we're good to go. Okay, now you can use a battery operated drill. However, I would use one of the 2-inch paddles. You're going to have to mix a lot more because it doesn't get as much space when it mixes, but it won't bog it down so bad. All right, now we're going to go down. I'll show you how to install this. Okay, I tried to get this in close so you can see how well this works. Now this is a 12-inch steel blade. You can use this, or you can use the pool trowel that has the rounded edges. The pool trowels work really good because if you can't bridge from top to bottom, it kind of helps feather everything so you don't see trowel marks. Okay, so here's our consistency. See that? I mean, it looks like it's like a tar-based patch. I'm just going to pull some out here. Now you're going to have about 23 or 25 minutes to work with this without an issue. Now one thing I want to point out, this is a self-priming material, so if you push it down like that, now look when you scrape it, see it's wet? It's wet underneath, it means the epoxy is wetting up the blacktop. So it's self-priming. And this is kind of an unusual area here by my edge. But this is a driveway, it's not like this is my patio or something that people are going to be walking on every day. But nonetheless, I want it to look half decent. So I'm just pushing it up against this face because that's that little bit of a ledge there. I just want to make sure the front face gets wetted with the epoxy. Pushing my pile down here. Okay, now. And you can feather this down to nothing, like on the right edge that you're looking at there. Now, if you go real fast with this, it will tend to like tear on you because it is a sticky type of material. So you see if you pull it slow, it doesn't tend to tear. Trying to keep that front edge nice. Now you can also use asphalt sealer, the black asphalt coating, whatever. You can coat over this later if you wanted to conceal the patch. This is going to get me about halfway, so I have one more batch I'll mix up for the other half there. You can see how when you push down like this, you can see it wetting up the blacktop underneath it. Alright, what did that take? A couple minutes. Now we're going to go up, we'll mix up another one. Okay. Now you can watch me bring it towards you this time. I'm paying attention to push down. There's a rock. To push down good to make sure it self-primes. Like I said, that final pass, if you go slow, it doesn't tear near as much because this is a sticky material. Now the other little trick too, the harder you push, the better it seems to trowel. And I'm pushing really hard along this edge, trying to feather that. I want to get a nice straight leading edge there. But if you push hard, it doesn't tear as bad either. Now you can apply this up to 6 inches thick. If you do, though, when you pull it, it's going to want to tear. So if it's real thick, you almost have to dry pack it like this and then trowel it. A nice slow pull. Little high spot there. We actually just barely had enough, but we did. I'm just going to scoop a little bit up here. That's all she wrote. I'm going to pull this tape off here quick. Right, so I'm going to pull the tape. Now when you pull the tape, there is a trick. You want to pull it away from the patch. If you pull it towards the patch, it's going to dribble crumbs on your patch. So if there were a couple little crumbs there, you can scrape those off tomorrow after this stuff sets. Tomorrow I'm going to drive on this, tomorrow morning. It's going to be dark when I leave, but in the afternoon I'll take a video. Okay, one thing everybody asks is, how do you clean your tools when you're done? Well, I'm going to say all of our epoxy products, you use acetone. You can use MEK, xylene. It has to be some type of a solvent. In this case, I'm going to use acetone. So all I'm going to clean is these two trowels. I'm just going to scrape off the big stuff. Hopefully that's in film there. So the great part about this product is it gets extremely hard not like that soft blacktop patch that stays gooey forever. So once you patch, as long as it's above 40 degrees, this material will set. So you can still do it this fall. And if it does go below 40, it doesn't hurt it. It just sets extremely slow below 40 degrees. So you just have to make sure nobody drives on it for a day or two. And, when you can tap it with a hammer and you hear it's solid, you can drive over it. This is great for tripping hazards, though, because you can't feather edge that coal tar patch because, first of all, it's like 1/4-inch stones in it, and you can't feather edge 1/4-inch stones. This is a fine gradation of sand blend, so you can feather edge. Just wiping the big stuff off with this. And I'm going to get some clean paper towels, and I'll do one last cleaning with the acetone. Again, see how I'm doing this on cardboard. I always save cardboard, so I have a work platform whenever I'm painting or doing any epoxy projects, whatever. Cardboard is great. Okay, that's clean. I'm just going to leave all this stuff set overnight rather than mess with it while it's still wet. At least tomorrow it will be hard and I won't have black stuff all over me. All right, that's it for today. I'm going to give this 12, 14 hours. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow, and I'm going to drive over it. All right, it's about 12 or 14 hours after I installed this patch. I'm going to try driving over this now. I'm just going to set the camera up so you can see my front tire closely. All right, so you can see where, well, you can't see where I drove over. There's no tire prints at all. That was about 12 hours. Now, I'm not recommending you drive on this in 12 hours. I would give it 24, especially if you're going to do a zero turn on it with your tire. But no tire prints at all. One thing I wanted to point out with this, like I said, this is overnight. It's about 12 to 14 hours, somewhere in there. And that's already like that. When this hardens completely, it's going to be 6,700 PSI, which is well over the strength of concrete. You're not going to find any other asphalt patch that's going to be that hard overnight.
Okay, simply go to concretefloorsolutions.com, click on our online store. We have this asphalt patch in 2 separate categories. We have it in the innovative new products. Here it is right here, asphalt patch, $149. That includes shipping. Or we also have it in our repair materials category. There's the asphalt patch kit right there, $149. If anybody has any questions at all, at the bottom of our pages, here's my name, Jason, with my phone number, Jeff's name and his phone number. We make ourselves very available for customer support. If you look at our data sheet for the CFS asphalt patch, we have all of the ratings listed in here. The compressive strength of this material cured is 6,509 PSI. That's harder than concrete.
Use coupon code CFS10 to save 10% on your order. If you have any questions, you guys can call me directly. I'll have my phone number placed in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.